The following program is an OCAmedia community-produced episode of Oregon Life, and we would like to thank our sponsor, the Oregon Brooklyn Optimist Club. We are proud to have you as a sponsor. Hello, I'm Frank Caruso, producer of Oregon Life, and welcome to a brand new episode. I got to go out to the Hillcrest Orchard Youth Camp, and the theme at this particular camp was be the change you want to see in the world. And one of the things I noticed that they're harvesting is a true passion and caring for these young people. And they're from all different walks of life. This is part one of a two-part episode of Oregon Life visiting the camp over the summer. It was an amazing journey for me. Enjoy this episode of Oregon Life. And remember, be the change you want to see in the world. Enjoy.
Next on Oregon Life!
So Carter, here's your lesson. All right, we're gonna get started. Even though we have 3 more kids coming in that didn't stay overnight, so we're gonna have 3 kids join us in a little bit. Anna, Amelie's with you, and Kara. So we have 3 girls gonna be joining us soon. But we're gonna get started anyways. Okay, so this is our second gardening lesson, like I said, of the camp. The first lesson you learned about herbs from Lula Miller, who's an herbalist. So you learned about herbs, and she taught you that herbs can be a medicine. Today we're going to be talking about regenerative farming and companion planting. And some of you who were at the spring garden, this may be a repeat, so hopefully you'll be able to answer my questions a little bit. So at our spring camp, we planted 2 gardens that are over there. We did that in May. We did a tomato garden, and we did a cucumber garden. And those fruits of your labor we've been including in all the meals. So what have we harvested during this camp? Can anyone tell me? Mint. What have we included in we used the mint for? Just wait. Lemonade. We used mint in our lemonade, which was blended down. So every morning we've been harvesting mint. What else have we harvested? Tomatoes. So here are the tomatoes we harvested from the spring garden. Look how beautiful. Those will be included in our lunch, where we'll have we're gonna also harvest cucumber? Yep, we harvested cucumbers, which have been included in our salads, and we've been eating fresh cucumbers every morning. All the cucumbers we've eaten have been from our spring camp. The potatoes, right? So we had some roasted potatoes with dill and garlic, and those were super delicious. So thank you for the kids who helped plant those amazing gardens, because we enjoyed the fruits of your labor in this camp. So we also at this camp have been talking about transformation. We've been talking about personal transformation. In one lesson, we talked yesterday about social transformation, how we can help make a difference in the world around us. Today we're going to be talking about transformation of our earth through regenerative farming. So why do we want to plant our own garden? Why do you think it's important, Karis?
So we can make our own food.
So we can have our own food, right? Any other ideas of why we want to plant our own garden?
Because it's good for the soil.
Because it's good for the soil. So what did we in our spring camp? We called it regenerative farming, which is a movement I talked about by Dr. Zach Bush.
How pressure for you?
Yeah.
Okay, gentle.
Good. Yep. Awesome,
Okay.
Leah.
Uh-oh.
Awesome.
Good.
The stick now.
Okay, good. Now fill it in. Don't cover the stem. Otherwise it'll mold.
Yeah.
So all you gotta do is
more
go down.
beans?
You want to go down as deep as you can, because those are going to have as large as this. There's a lot of food, a lot of carbohydrates in here, and so they're going to start. These are what do you know what these are called?
Eyes.
These are called eyes, and you want to have at least one eye in each of the
Okay, did you guys
plants.
start doing the
And so the carbon, yeah, so those are even better. Those are good eyes. Those are eyes that are starting even larger.
Okay, you're on the
So why don't
marigold.
we, if we're gonna
Okay,
put
if you're done, I
that
need
plant
somebody
here,
to do the sweet
we're gonna
Alyssa,
want to
which
put
is
one like right here.
Oh, let's do a sweet Alyssa.
And,
And then try
maybe
to.
here.
So with the kids, we were on a nature walk service portion of our morning activities, and basically, I think it's about keeping the kids engaged. The strap between two trees was actually an act of balance and teamwork, but it's a bit of a leftover from a camp challenge that was happening the day before. Part of a, you could call it like an obstacle course that tied into the theme, and I just kind of fluidly went with adding it to the concept of picking up the sticks and doing some service. I mean, it was too tantalizing for me, and it was tantalizing for the kids to jump on that and walk across that bridge. And intuitively, like, I didn't really set up the rules. Friends just grabbed each other's hands and helped them across. And I think there was 3, maybe 4 attempts across. And I wasn't trying to be a tyrant or anything, but we limited that and stayed on task. And the whole activity was all about service and picking up those sticks and cleaning up, and a really important part of the morning activity and ritual. A beautiful, beautiful combination of interacting with nature and seeing the young kids. I'll start with laughing, really, and that's all I need to say, because it's wondrous to see, kids playing, laughing, getting along, including everybody, and it's been great to participate in.
My name's Aaliyah, and I'm a junior guide here. And I found out about this camp from my uncle, so he's the one that's running this wade. And I decided I wanted to come because I really like the outdoors, and I just finished an outdoor school in my second semester in school. I came from Canada, British Columbia, and so I flew by myself here because I could see family and make some new friends and hopefully learn some stuff from this camp. And so far it's been really good. So the camp is about the change that we want to be, the change you want to see in the world. And so I've kind of wanted to see the change in myself and helping people have a more positive mindset and see different perspectives on things, because I believe that everything has a better perspective to it, and you just have to change your mindset. You can make anything, you are the only one that can decide how you see something. So. All right, so some things here that I learned at the camp. I've really learned a lot of independence, and especially coming here on my own, and I don't have like my immediate family with me, so I've learned a lot of independence, and I've also made lots of close friends here, and I've learned a lot about the US, and it's similar to Canada, but there are definitely some differences, and I kind of like learning about that. And some skills I'm going to take back to my job, and I work at fast food, and so if I'm struggling with a customer, for example, and I don't know how to deal with it, I can look at different angles of, how can I help them? What do they see what they're trying to get at? How can I help them with that? So take back into Canada and into my life when I go home. Now I can feel more independent, and I can go home on my own, and I still have friends that I can talk to that live here, and hopefully I can visit them. And I have a more positive mindset, and I'm able to change my perspective a little bit more now on my life at home. And yeah.
I think some of the things we're going to take away from this camp and that are going to help me outside of camp is my newfound communication skills. I've become a lot more out in the open, and it's just a lot more fun to make friends when you're not as uptight and scared what they're going to think of you. And it's just also fun to have all the stuff I've learned about plants, companion plants, all that stuff, and it's just a really good experience.
Well, 17 years ago, I became a beekeeper because I knew I would retire one day if I lived that long, and I decided I wanted to work on honeybees. And so been working with bees for about 17 years now, and I'd like to introduce a lot of kids, youth. I've done this for 4-H and Scouts and dozens of other times. And so when they asked me to come over and talk at the camp here. I thought no problem, I'd do that, and set up a hive for us to look at, and brought a lot of material like beeswax and honey and pollen, things that we all harvest from the bees. We also we're going to talk about, the theme of the camp talks about what kind of change we want to have in society or in our lives. And I like talking about the various duties that worker bees might have in a hive. Everything from feeding the youngs all the way to when they get old, to collecting honey and nectar and pollen. And then those come back to feed the babies. So we want to talk about all those things, because as we get older, youth are here, and they, at times, they are being taught by their parents and their friends what kind of lives that they can be of service to be in society. But then it's interesting to see that some of those same things occur in nature. And so I'm interested in, as they get older, they're going to take up an occupation, and outside of that occupation, they can be of service with service clubs and in 4-H and scouts and other things. So encourage people to do that, and if they see adults doing that for them, maybe they'll end up doing that. Because many of my mentors, the reason I do this is because there were people that taught me when I was a young person, and so that's why I'm here.